I'm not gonna do this today, but one of my live streams, I am going to do a friendship live stream, specifically when we're talking about the words friend, because I think men and women do not know the meaning of the word friend. In 2023, I think all these everybody's gender fluid, everybody's whatever they want to be until shit hits the fan, and then they go to their default, and then they don't know what to do because they don't even know what default is. So here we have somebody who's clearly a feminist. This is somebody that's gone to college and has one of those man-hating professors. Because right now I am seeing a trend, especially off of TikTok, with women hating on male friendships, and acting like there's nothing to our when men are friends with each other. There's nothing to it, and that's why it lasts a lifetime, because there's nothing to it. While female friendship is powerful, and if a man doesn't want to be friends with a female, he's missing out on a powerful friendship. I'm sitting there like, because you gotta understand, I'll be watching this stuff, and I just be like, and I see people keep talking about you gotta touch grass if you don't think females can't be a good friend to you, and I'm be like, I be outside, dude. I just don't say nothing. I literally be outside and just watch, and I'm literally, I used to be in high school, college, work, literally talking to a woman right next to me, and right when we're talking, girl comes to her, they say hi, act fake, she walks away, girl comes back to me and says, oh my god, she's the worst. I'm talking about, it doesn't matter, high school, middle school, elementary, college, real life, and then these will be the same women coming back to me saying, why do I not want a female friend? It's just like, bruh. Anyway, this particular matter is, though, she's going to talk about male friendship, and there's going to be a guy who debunks what she says. So let's take a listen right here.
The reason why male friendships seem to last a lifetime is because they lack depth. Most men do not prioritize intimacy and emotional connection the way women do in our female friendships.
You said it perfectly right there. Men don't prioritize certain things like women do in their friendships. We're different. Apparently, according to what y'all are saying, women seek friendship in order to get support. Men seek out friendship to get a break from being support. I'm not about to trauma dump on you and force you to be my emotional support. There's no pressure to spend any time with me. I ain't got to worry about how I say something just because you're going to get offended. And I'm not going to hold it against you for being unavailable because life gets busy. I don't need you to pay for nothing for me. I don't need you to give me no gifts. I don't need you to be a daily support system. Because women don't understand that the greatest gift men offer each other is the gift of not having to do shit. The lack of upkeep is the value. And although I want to do far better with reaching out to these brothers, I got some friends that if they call me right now, I haven't talked to them in weeks, some of them in months. They call me right now, whatever they need, I got them. I ain't about to change up on one of the bros because he ain't wish me happy birthday. I ain't got to get nothing out of them just to find them valuable. And I wish I would stop letting this bother y'all so much and move along, because hey, here's the kicker. No matter what you say about them, they still last. No matter how unrealistic you feel like they are, somehow they work. Maybe, just maybe, this is some shit that isn't for you to understand or validate. Mind your business.
The reason why
Let's now analyze real quick. Shout out to that brother there, because he, some people have the gift of being able to explain shit and put it in proper order. He clearly has that gift. Now, to this, like I said earlier, I told you, I told you the way she sounds. I'm like, oh yeah, she went to college. This is why I always say girls that went to college. I'm talking about and stayed on campus. I'm talking about stayed on campus. I'm not talking about if she drove back and forth from school and back home. I'm talking about if she stayed on campus, stayed there, right, and then went to class. It's a red flag, because they come out sounding like this. I promise you, bro. This is how they come out sounding.
friendships seem to last a lifetime is because they lack depth. Most men do not prioritize intimacy and emotional connection the way women do in our female friendship.
Like I said, this is this is what a feminist usually sounds like. Men lack depth. Men lack emotional this, emotional that. And the reason why, really, you shouldn't, when women start saying stuff like that, emotional abuse, emotional trauma, you really need to walk away when they start talking that, because there's no way for you to argue that down. Because even if you debunk it, because it's emotional this or mental that, there's no way you can quantify it, right? So say if you're arguing about physical something, there will be an evidence, there's physical evidence for that. Or if you don't have physical evidence for that, it's physical something, whether it be physical abuse or physical trauma, physical damage, something. There's some kind of physical evidence, some physical proof, something. It's quantified. You can quantify it. When women start arguing these things about mental this, emotional that, that's why people just say don't argue with women, because once they bring that into the equation, it's over. You're not going to win that argument, even if you're right. So see here, this brother right here says he explained it perfectly. But if he was talking to this woman, she would gaslight the shit out of him. I'm talking about gaslight this ninja in circles. Just gaslight talk these ninjas in circles. That's what feminists be doing, bro. And women in general when it comes to how they feel. But it is what it is on that end.
You said it perfectly right there. Men don't prioritize certain things like women do in their friendships. We're different. Apparently, according.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. For some reason, we still can't get. As soon as I start talking to women, even I have to give Myron Gaines this respect. Like before he starts talking to the 304s, he always be like, "Okay, are we on the same page? Men and women are different. Like, men and women are not equal." Or before we even start, men and women are different. Correct. Because if you're already arguing with somebody that thinks men and women are equal partners, you might as well just throw that whatever you're gonna say through the trash. Is gonna fall on deaf ears.
What y'all are saying, women seek friendship in order to get support. Men seek out friendship to get a break from being support.
And this is why I say females. This is why I say women. I don't really seek female friendship. I don't know if that's the best way I could put it, because even if it's somebody that you legit see as a friend, what comes with having a female friend it's just too much. It's just too much. And overall, I'm talking about even somebody you consider a friend, it's just too much. What she has going on in her life is different from the average man. What the average man is going through a life. The trauma dumping that women do, that they don't even realize to strangers. You know what I mean? They don't know how to just walk away, let certain shit go. They don't know when to take the L and just keep it. You know what I mean? So it's a lot. And I low key I'm dealing with it right now. Somebody who I consider a friend, but it's now. It's just, and this is a good person, but it's just because she's a woman. So now I gotta do certain stuff, not necessarily for her, but because I know the person that's connected to her. Now I'm connected now. So now it's something now I can't just, so it is what it is on that end. But that's what comes with female friendship. That's why you'll even hear a lot of women say, "Oh, I can't be friends with a bunch of women." The reason why she says that is because she's a woman and she knows how women act. So if you have a girl, right, and she says she has male friends, not only is she a 304, that's the easy explanation, but let's look into depth into that. So you have all the protection from men, all the attention because you're the only girl in that group. So even though she might be a 3 or a 2 or even a 1, she's still getting all the attention from most of the dudes because she's a girl. And women love the attention, love intention. Like that's like their top 3 things that women want is attention. So you literally getting all of that and the friendship and the protection, and especially they can't fuck you because that would be illegal if you don't consent. So you're getting literally all the benefits without her having to reciprocate. I don't know if that's the right word or term, but with her having to return anything back to the males in her friend her friend group, and she don't got to pay for most things when you in that situation. I mean, wow, that's why you'll see women. That's the reason why you'll see women say, "I have only male friends." You know what I mean? That's a great strategy on her end. For her to get what she needs. And you never know, somebody connected to that male friend group could end up leading to a man that she actually really wants, and then she'll try to. It's really a great plan. This is why people say, you'll see a lot of dudes will say girls that only have male friends, that's a red flag, and that qualifies as a number 1 red flag. That qualifies, right?
I'm not about to trauma dump on you and force you to be my emotional support. There's no pressure to spend any time with me. I ain't got to worry about how I say something just because you're going to get offended. And
Facts. This is why I can't have female friends. So this is why men tend to just have male friend groups, right? And that's what comes with, being the male friend groups. It's almost like even, you could literally have I'm talking about men can literally have fought. I'm talking about fisticuffs and literally be same day, have beers with each other, and we forget about that shit even happened, and we'll literally laugh about that shit like it was hilarious. I'm saying, like, I've seen dudes. How about this? I remember when we were kids, it'll be like these two dudes that end up fighting for no reason, and then after that day, they become close, like they become inseparable after that fight, and almost to the extent where I've even seen OG say, he's not your real friend if you ain't if you ain't shot a fade with him. Meaning you never fought him physically. If you never shot the fair one with your friend, that means it's fake. I've heard OG say that, but the reason why they say that, because it's the energy is genuine after that. You've gotten all the BS out of the way, and that's what happens. That's why, like, men will literally meet each other and just insult each other, and then once he walks away, they'll be like, he's actually a really good guy. It's just we just playing around. But that's how men work, and you don't have to worry about being offensive. I'm talking about even for me, where I remember I've had to, oh man, I was talking about this dude, my bad. He's like, don't even worry about it. I've heard worse. That's the beauty of male friendship. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna hold it against you for being unavailable because life gets busy. I don't need you to pay for.
By the way, especially, he's gonna bring up something else.
And for me, I don't need you to give me no gifts. I don't need you to be a daily support system, because women don't understand that the greatest gift men offer each other is the gift of not having to do shit.
Meaning what? Peace. When men say, I just want peace. You know what I mean? Now, when women say, oh, men don't want that, that's because women have a very limited dating pool, meaning they only look at 10% of the men as human. So anything underneath 10%, she feels like she's settling. So if anything goes wrong, per se, for a guy that she feels like she settled for, it's the end of the world for her. So she'll just be like, fuck it, I'll stick with those 10% guys that I'm looking at anyways. And those guys have options. So guys like that, she's going to give the peace to those guys who have options, which inevitably is going to leave her heartbroken because those guys have options, So this is why when women end up being like, don't give him peace, is because she gave peace to Chad and he never really cared because he's Chad.
The lack of upkeep is the value. And although I want to do far better with reaching out to these brothers, I got some friends that if they call me right now, I haven't talked to them in weeks, some of them in months. They call me right now, whatever they need, I got them. I ain't about to change up on one of the bros because he ain't wish me happy birthday. I ain't got to get nothing out of them just to find
there. And also, when we talk about friends, the reason why I said I'm going to start a friend stream is because I think people don't understand the term friend. I think that term is being loosely used. There are 3 or 4 people, maybe 5, that I can say, I love this guy. This is my friend. If he asks me for something, or how about this? How about this here? If he gets, I don't like fights. I don't like getting physical. I got a busted, both of my shoulders are busted. I can't help nobody in a fight. But I'm talking about there are 4 or 5 guys. I'm talking about even if guns were involved, I'm talking about without hesitation, put my shit on the line for that. Only 4 or 5 guys I'll do that for in my life that I know. And 2 or 3 of those people, it was like, I didn't talk to that guy for a year because of the distance, but it's always been love. If you don't talk to a woman for a week, or say if you're messaging, she's going to think that you're the devil. If you stop being the monkey in her circus, that friendship is over. Or if you don't do what she says for that one time. This is why women get mad at me for saying, guys, leave your female friends. They're damn near useless. Damn near useless for you. I'll tell you, there are guys that I haven't talked to since high school. I mean, I know 2 particular guys that I haven't talked to since high school. If they came out of nowhere and say, hey, yo, I'm sorry I haven't been in contact, it would be no big deal. I would literally be like, dude, fuck it. Like on my everything. There's 2 guys I know that haven't, talked to, since high school, because we're not, but the respect that we have for each other goes way back. So that trumps all that BS. It'll be dudes. Do you know how many people are at the position they are is because they used to hang out with a particular dude. They didn't talk. The guy ended up dying, but the guy had a son, and then he finds out that's his son, and then he'd be, oh, I remember that's so-and-so. Put him in. So that's like the respect, especially for a true friend. You know what I mean? That's something I'm gonna go into depth in that. I'm gonna go into depth in that stream.
Invaluable. And I wish I would stop letting this bother y'all so much and move along, because hey, here's the kicker. No matter what you say about them, they still last. No matter how unrealistic you feel like they are, somehow they work. Maybe, just maybe, this is some shit that isn't for you to understand or validate. Mind your business.
And by the way, just to end the point, before I go into the comments, it's interesting. I literally see women, they cycle friends, recycle friends. It's like a reoccurring thing. Oh, she's my enemy. Oh, she's my friend now. Oh, she's an enemy. Like, they do this from elementary, even still till adulthood. And then they will look at men with a straight face, like she's doing here. My twin sister here will literally look at me with a straight face and say, male friendship lacks depth. That's why it lasts a long time. And I'll be like, does she know what a friend is? There's no way she knows what a friend is. There's absolutely no way. And I will be like, let me see your. All I gotta do is like, so let me see your friend group. And then just by looking at her friend group, it will tell me everything I need to know. But let's look at these comments. Let's look at these comments here, because this is interesting to me. This is very interesting to me, because there's gonna be a whole lot of women in the comments that they just won't get it. Oh Lord. So here, let me read this comment. She said, she's taking a quote from the video. She said, I may not have spoken to them in months, but when they call, whatever they need, I got them. She says, call me crazy for not liking store-bought pesto, but this is not support. But you know, that's from a female's lens. In a female's lens, if you forget her birthday, she thinks you're the devil. I'm going through it right now. A girl that I was interested in, but you know, I forgot her birthday. Now we not talking, you know? So it's, you know, she tried to hide her disappointment, but that's how it is. That's how it is. You know, especially I'm going to have to go that route because I'm not the best looking guy in the world. I'm always going to have to, to get in certain relationships with women, it's going to have to be that route. Now with her specifically, she knows me from music. So that kind of pushes me in front of the line, but still, you know, unfortunately I got caught up in texting her too much. So once you put yourself in that position, that's not the position you want to put yourself in. Let me see. She says, yes, it is. It's support when we need it. That's what she don't get it. Like there are certain dudes, if they had called me for like a recommendation for a job, I got them. Trust me. Dude, there are like musicians that, you know, even musicians that I've met and we've developed a rapport, not even necessarily just a friendship, just a rapport where it's no biggie. No back talking, no talking behind their backs. It's a genuine friendship. It's a genuine rapport. Yeah, we see these replies. Oh, now she backtracking in the comments. I like this comment right here. I saw this earlier. He said, they just mad we can go to Miami for a weekend and our friendship still be intact. That's the thing. Let me put it back on me real quick. This is another thing right here. So women will swear that they're friends, and then after one vacation, they ain't friends no more. They be always fighting. I'm talking about fighting each other during vacation. I've heard arguments from these girls' trips. Just one vacation. That's all it takes, because they be fronting. They don't know who's finna pay for what. They don't know who's gonna pay for food. They mad somebody F's a dude that she was gonna mess with, or they found out they're sharing the same. Man, one vacation. Now, when men plan a vacation together, it ends up being like ridiculously fun. It's too fun, so much so that somebody gets arrested for having too much fun. Especially when you're talking about white dudes, they be having too much fun. So it's incredible. I'm talking about, that's all it takes to test that female friendship group. One vacation will tear them apart. One vacation together. It's crazy, insane. Let me see if there's more, because I like that comment right there, because it's so true. It's so true, dog. That's it. Just one vacation. That's all it takes. You see right here, I like this quote right here. He says, male friendships don't lack depth. They lack judgment and jealousy. They are filled with understanding and genuine brotherly conduct, also known as bro code. Facts. That's what I was about to say. Women fall out over birthdays and outfits. Man. Don't even get me started. No, she said, but then men are always crying about how they have no emotional support in society. No, because we know whatever we put out is going to be used against us, not by men, but by women. And not only by women, is but by what women tell other people. And when women tell your business to other people, they don't realize other people are the ops to you. And they end up using that against you. You know. Oh Lord. They don't get it. They don't get it. Oh yeah, and by the way, when you see girls saying stuff like that, this is just an attempt. Why don't you go to therapy? Nope. Don't fall for it, fellas. Don't fall for it, fellas. But what we usually do is tell dudes that if you do want to open up, you need to do it with a trusted male friend, right? Somebody that you trust, that won't put your shit out in that won't put your shit out there. Or when you break down, find a trusted male teacher, male colleague. I'll say this: if you have a male teacher that got your back, you winning. You winning. Like, I got in a situation where I fucked up, but it was under the guise of another male teacher who was covering the situation, and because he covered it, nobody else ended up knowing that I fucked up. And I remember literally the next day apologizing. He's like, nobody else knew about the fuck up. Nobody knew. And I ended up finding out this is probably the coolest teacher in school. And the dude ended up even being like my homeroom teacher for the rest of senior year. I was like, wow, well, thank God I fixed that. Because I was just like, wow. Wow. He ends up being my homeroom teacher. And I always salute him when I see him. But when you have somebody like that, say if you're about to break down or something, you need somebody like that got your back, or that can keep a damn secret, which most of these female teachers, I would say 99% of them can't. They cannot. They just cannot. They can't hold water. But anyway, that's just me going off the riff on that end. But I got to do a live stream about friendships. I'm talking about between man and man, woman and woman, man and woman, friendship in general. I got to do a live stream about this so we can start debunking this stuff. It's interesting. A generation that can't define what a woman is. They can't define what a man is. They can't define a relationship, but they can define that a relationship with a female or a friendship with a female is beneficial to you as a man. It's crazy.